Time now for your business news, and the Manufacturing Indaba is underway in Sandton. Different industry stakeholders have come together to discuss the latest global and local manufacturing trends. On the agenda for South African manufacturers is global competition, digital transformation, a skilled workforce and black industrialist collaboration. Business anchor Rofhiwa Madzena is there for us and she joins us now live. Rofhiwa, in terms of the businesses that you've had engagements with, what are some of the solutions that they are putting forward in terms of competition, transformation and technology, etc.?
Well, Masako, a very good afternoon to you and to the rest of our viewers. And you'd be amazed at the kind of solutions that players in the manufacturing industry have come up with for a myriad of problems. If it's not power, then it's water issues. But another simple issue that we take for granted every day, Masako, is menstruation. And those of us who've been able to afford sanitary towels and other related products don't think about those who can't afford to, or what sanitary towels actually do to the environment. So we've got Ruth Apostolov, who thought that she could solve that particular issue in the manufacturing space, which, by the way, is largely dominated by men. I'm not going to say much more. Ruth is the expert. She's been in the industry for a while, and you're dealing with these issues every day. But before we do, and here it is right here, the menstrual cup, Masako, something that could change the tide for young women, but also when it comes to thinking about the environment and the sustainability thereof. Thank you very much for your time this afternoon, Ruth. Tell us a little bit about She Power Her and why you thought it was important to establish this business.
Well, for a myriad of reasons also. This started over COVID when I was approached by a young girl who said she needed 5 rand because she was short at COVID under lockdown. And she was 5 rand short to buy a pack of pads. And that idea was born over COVID to say, what if COVID is indefinite? What happens to this young girl if she doesn't find a route that's going to help her with the pack of pads? So I deep dived into the options that's out there in this 21st century that we have women have as an offering to solve our monthly menstruation need. Now, I think a lot of women consider many factors, of healthier hair products, healthier makeup options that are more environmentally friendly, healthier. But I think the last thing women ever think about is, what is a safer period option for a problem or an issue that I have to handle every month for at least 42 years of our lives? And when I deep dived into this, I realized that there is a period option that has existed since 1937. And it's just not been accepted or been made aware of on the African continent. And it's over as COVID came to an end that I decided that I would love to bring the manufacturing of a menstrual cup to the continent of Africa. And I had to do a whole series starting with building a medical manufacturing facility, being approved by our health regulator, being ISO accredited to produce a medical facility that's conducive to producing a medical device. So I have created a world-class manufacturing facility that's producing a world-class premium menstrual product. Yeah. This was born out of a need of a little child that was begging for money for a period product.
Yeah. And that is an important point that you raised there, is that it came out of a need. And what are your needs as a business ultimately? Because you are now a manufacturing business. The challenges that you may face, we've spoken about power and service delivery a number of times, but it goes beyond that for She Power Her.
So it's I would love to say that load shedding is our only obstacle. The obstacle that we have as a manufacturer of a medical grade silicone menstrual cup is the acceptability. Now, I think as an African continent, we're not easy to adopt and adapt to change. We are very wary of changes. And so I would like to urge the patriarchal gatekeepers to have an open mind, Because if there is a third period option, women demand the right to choices. No longer will women just accept a pad, which is a product that's been passed down from the 17th century. We cannot accept that we are being pushed with a product when there is a third period option that is not only a sustainable period option. One of the biggest contributors to landfills are your pads and are your tampons. A menstrual cup meets 8 of the 17 UN SDGs. It is the most cost effective, it's the most low maintenance, it's the healthiest period option. It's why it ticks every menstruation box for every menstruating female.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Please can you just demonstrate to us how it does work for a woman who's now had her interest piqued? And we must just let our viewers know, Masego, it does come in 3 different sizes. Just describe the process, if you could just show us how a menstrual cup would work here.
So just to, before I need to mention something that's very important. This is not just a solution to end period poverty because it lasts over 10 years. This is for the CEO in Sandton. This is for the fitness coach. This is for every menstruating woman. So it's very, very simple. You would need to wash your hands with soap and water. Because this is non-porous, it's medical grade, you do not need lotions, potions, and sanitizers. You literally need a little bit of hot water or cold water. So for those children in the rural areas who do not have access to running water, this is a game changer for them. So you would literally need to either fold it in a C fold, or you would do a pointy fold. You would elevate your leg because your vagina is at a slant. And by the way, we are changing the narrative about periods, so we're no longer afraid or tabooed with talking about the V word. We are calling it a vagina. So you would elevate your leg, and all you would do is you would simply insert it into your vaginal canal. And all a menstrual cup does, it sits in the vaginal canal, and its job is to collect blood. As opposed to a pad and tampon that absorbs blood. You can go up to 12 hours, you swim with it, you gym with it, you do headstands with it, and your 7 days of your period is supposed to be as seamless as the 23 days of the month is.
Yeah. No, brilliant. Thank you so much for your time this afternoon, and I really appreciate it, and we really wish you the very best of luck. And Masego, that's just one of the many manufacturers that we have at this particular Indaba over the next few days. Important work that they are doing, and as you can hear, they're breaking down male-dominated industries and showing our place as women in manufacturing in South Africa, and of course bypassing all of those challenges and finding solutions.